to Tizrah by William Blake, 1757 to 1827. Whate'er is born of mortal birth must be consumed with the earth. To rise from generation free, then what have I to do with thee? The sexes sprung from shame and pride, blowed in the morn, in evening died. But mercy changed death into sleep, the sexes rose to work and weep. Thou mother of my mortal part, with cruelty didst mould my heart, and with false self-deceiving tears didst blind my nostrils, eyes and ears. Didst close my tongue in senseless clay, and me to mortal life betray. The death of Jesus set me free, then what have I to do with thee? Okay, this is a poem by William Blake. William Blake was from London. He was born and brought up in Soho. He's one of the major figures in the Romantic movement. So what's this about? Well, let's start with Tizrah. Okay, Tizrah is a reference from the Bible, from the Song of Solomon, and Tizrah was a magnificent city at that time, and the word actually means beauty or pleasure. But in this poem, Tizrah, it talks about Tizrah is Mother Earth. Tizrah is Gaia. And the speaker in this poem is speaking to the Mother Earth. And this poem is the difference between existing as a human and a spiritual existence. So we have the contrast between us existing spiritually and existing as mortals. And clearly mortal life has limitations. There are things that we cannot do, and this poem is talking about the difference between the two, and that we should think that our lives that we live are mortal, and that the speaker feels betrayed by Mother Earth, because having a physical body and coming from a physical world, it means that it's very difficult for us to attain the spiritual world. That when we were in the Garden of Eden, we were blessed, but then we were thrown out, and we then lived in the world of the material world. And this poem is about the difference between the material and spiritual worlds. Whate'er is born of mortal birth must be consumed with the earth. So this is the idea of ashes to ashes, dust to dust, that anybody that is born must go back to the earth, to rise from generation free. Then what have I to do with thee? So I am born of this earth, and therefore I must go back to this earth. That there is my mortal. This is my mortal part. But to rise from generation free. So this is now talking about supernatural intervention. This is talking about the intervention of God, and that perhaps when I go back to the earth, my spiritual part can rise up and go to and be with God, and then I can live in the spiritual world. But as I'm born of the earth, what do I have to do with the spiritual world? Because I'm born human, I'm born tangible, I'm not spiritual. The sexes sprung from shame and pride, blowed in the morn, in evening died. So this again is talking about the birth and the death of man and woman. So the different sexes came, and they are they are born in the morning and they die in the evening. And the sexes, well, they have come from the shame of being evicted from the Garden of Eden, and pride, eating the forbidden apple. And this is the fall from grace, man's fall from grace, man's fall from the Garden of Eden. But mercy changed death into sleep. And here again, this is divine intervention. The mercy of God has changed the physical death to let us live spiritually after death. The sexes rose to work and weep. So man, the physical body, is there to work and to cry. But there is something, and that is not the only thing that there is. And the mercy of God changed death when we die into a type of sleep where sexes no longer exist, that we become a spiritual entity. Thou mother of my mortal past, with cruelty didst mould my heart, and with false self-deceiving tears didst blind my nostrils, eyes and ears. So Mother Earth, Mother that made me mortal, the part of me that made me mortal, Mother Earth, Tizrah, it was a cruel thing you did to make me human, to make me part of this earth, because like this I am deceived by the material world, that I am worried about material things, that I look for material gain, and you have blinded my eyes, my nose, my ears, and during my life I spend my life looking for material and human things in this material world, and I don't look at the spiritual world, that I don't feel any connection with that spiritual world, because I am born human. I'm born in a physical body. Didst close my tongue in senseless clay, and me to mortal life betray. So I was born from clay, I was born in this physical world, and therefore I put all of my effort into this, and I fail to follow my spiritual sense, my spirit. The death of Jesus set me free. So there is more to life because of the death of Jesus. That means that I can go to heaven, that I can go into this spiritual world. And this means that there is a world for me outside this world of this physical world, the physical world of men, the physical world of things, that there is a spiritual world. Then what have I to do with thee? So what do I have to do with this spiritual realm? Why am as I'm born of this earth, then why is there a spiritual part of me? So, to Tizrah by William Blake.